hear that in the background, Gracie, is I'm going to try, I'm working on several hypotheses here, okay? Because what I do, as I have written many times, basically try to document the years leading up to the apocalypse on this planet. This is what the Bible talks about, that we're about to have an apocalypse here, okay? So from the cosmic point of view, there must be, we have to assume that there are many civilizations now, when you look at the stars, that are watching us as we come to our apocalypse. So this is what I'm working on. So this is all part of the history of the planet, and there's a controversy about whether I am white, black, or Hispanic. So I have to take a neutral stance here and say that I am orange because you like the color orange. So this is why I'm dressed in orange, okay? And you know, the fact is that nobody's really white. There's no such thing as white people, you know. And this is why I show my white Latina girl Nixia, because she is truly white, like a polar bear is white, and you know, an Arctic fox, which I have on my collages. So this is what I explained, that you know, white people really don't exist. But without getting further into the controversy, I'm trying to reprise in a few minutes the history of the planet and where we come from say Adam and Eve to Abraham and to Mordecai the Jew. You know, like, you know, this is a Prince of Persia, right? I am Mordecai, a Jew, Prince of Persia, right? And this is what we're talking about here, and the controversy about you know, color, that the color that people have assigned to the color of the skin, which is really is prohibited in the Bible. This is all part of the second commandment, where the second commandment says, "Thou shalt not make any graven images of anything that is in heaven or on earth." People were not supposed to make a representation of God or of men, and that is why the Bible shies away from even saying a person has you know, one color of eye or another color of eye. And if you read very carefully, you will say things like, I think from the movie The Apocalypse, where Richard Harris is describing, what's her name? Irene, right? Yeah, Irene. And he says about her eyes that she had eyes like a doe, because that's the way. Now imagining going to the driver's license place and say, oh, you know, I don't want you to put down the color of my eyes is green or blue or gray or, you know, purple or pink or any other color. I want you to say that the color of my eyes is I have the eyes of a doe. Okay, that's not going to work very well in today's world, because we live in a world full of images, and we just take it for granted that this is fine. This is not fine. This is all against the second commandment. So I have to do this for the sake of these arguments, and because this is something that keeps coming up in my life about whether I am white, black, or Hispanic, whether I am brown. Nobody wants to say that I am brown, and I'm not about to take a definitive answer, a definitive, you know, give a definitive answer other than to say that I am orange, because, you know, orange supposedly, I don't know if there are orange apples. Can you have an orange apple? I just had a melon that was called an orange melon. I think I just had it. It's like a honeydew, but it's very orange. So I guess that's why it's called like an orange honeydew or honey. I think it was called orange cantaloupe. Yeah, it was orange. I mean, it's not as sweet as the honeydew that I bought the other day. Because I need to eat more fruit, because I'm too constipated. I don't eat enough roughage, you know, enough fibers and vegetables and fruits, and then I get so constipated because of the medications that I take that I bleed sometimes. And anyway, that's the color of the cantaloupe, is orange. So I don't know if there's I never seen an orange apple, but the other controversy is whether Adam and Eve ate an apple or an orange. Okay, so I think orange is a nice neutral color, you know, but you know, there's gonna be all kinds of variations about the color orange. You know, people trying to describe themselves in relation to the color orange, but it definitely one thing to be said is that it's closer to being a real color that people have, you know, a skin color, than to say that people are white, because, you know, the color white doesn't really exist in people. People, not even, I don't think even an albino is actually white. You know, you want to see white. Look at my girl, because she's over there. Look at my girl. My girl is white. My white Latina girl is white. Okay, let me see if I can catch her. Nixia. Oh, by the way, that's my mother's dress. See my mother's dress up here? Okay. It looks a little bit like what Kate Middleton was wearing when she came out of the hospital the second time with Charlotte. And the first time she was wearing the blue one, which is what I had on the chair that I sit here on my computer. I had the same white and blue polka dot that she was wearing when she came out, when she gave birth to Prince George. Okay, this is just, I didn't know, but you know, it just happened that that day I was sitting in the chair that I had the polka dot. How would I know that she was want to wear a polka dot, you know, white and blue dress? You know, I didn't know, and I didn't know that she was going to be wearing this either. You know, but this is what I had when I was making the videos, the songs that I sang around the time just before she came out of the hospital. She was wearing a dress just like my mother left when I went and picked them up, and I brought them to Melbourne. Okay, that dress, and you see that the white and brown shirt that used to belong to my father, and it's 6 minutes already. And then if I take too long, then they cannot process the video the same way. And I found a version of Lágrimas Negras sung by Compay Segundo instead of Barbarito Diez. So I'm going to try to do this because the last one that I did, one of them has about 100 views, but the one called Ausencia, which is dedicated to President Obama and Vice President Biden, it's got almost 900 views. That's a lot for my videos. And the computer is overheating again, so I better do this before it crashes again. I might lose this. Yeah, I'll be happy if I can save this. Okay, so let me. Yeah, it's overheating a lot. Let me see if I can quickly. There's Bina, and you cannot even see Nixia because she's over there in that corner. Oh, by the way, let me show you this because I'm going to have to show this to my doctor that I have a mole again on my knee. And I sensed, I started feeling something on my knee, and I rubbed it, and now it seems to me that it's growing. So here's one more mole that I'm going to have removed because something is wrong with my skin. Okay, my skin, I'm attacking my skin, or some kind of, you know, immune disorder or something. I'm attacking my skin, maybe because of all this controversy, maybe, okay? Let me let me replay and stop it there. So I want to show you Nixia, how white she is, because she truly is my white Latina girl. This is why I call Nixia my white Latina girl. And if I walk around, I'm drinking some coffee this morning. So here's Nixia. Okay, Nixia, my white Latina girl. Okay, Nixia, see? Nixia, see? And she's white, isn't she? Now that's a white cat. Okay, I don't know. I want to see white people. I want to see people come out and say they're actually white. I like to see that, okay? I'm not even going to try to get her because she's going to run. She's wild. She's a wild cat. So if I try to get her, she's going to run. See how she's running? She's going away. She knows that I want to capture. See how she goes away. She scurries away like a wild animal. And I got wild animals on TV. Okay, with what's her name, Mariette Hartley, I think. Okay, but look in here. Look in here. This is my knee. Okay, let's see if I can capture my knee. Let's see. I'm gonna show you my knee. Let's see if I can capture this. Let's see. You see that? It's right there. Right there. See? That seems to be growing. So, here once again, I'm going to have to show this to the doctor. See there? Right there. It's growing. And started feeling that, and you know, because I sit and I rub my knees because, you know, I twitch and I fidget and I touch myself even because it's all part of the like nervous tick, you know, that I have. Like, well, yesterday my leg was shaking when I received the verification from Google. My leg was shaking. My leg was shaking wildly. So, I want a verification that I am not a robot. So here's me further documenting that I am a human being. Okay, I am a human being. Okay, here's the let me see my so you can see my eye color. You can see my eyes. Look, you like to look at my eyes like I like to look at your eyes. Okay, see, is that enough? Yeah, see. Okay, let me see. The Wild Animals is on TV on channel 4.2 here in Jacksonville, Duval County, Florida. Okay, so Mariette Hartley, I think is what he says. Let me see. There's Wild Animals. I hope this doesn't crash. Let me see how hot this is. Okay, it's not overheating anymore because it overheats when the song starts playing, I think. So anyway, those two videos were one was 100 views, but the other one's got over 900 views. So I'm working on the hypothesis that the reason that people view that video so much is because he said it was for Barack Obama and Vice President Joe Biden. And so the other one only had 100 views because I didn't write. They're both from the same singer, a very famous Cuban singer of the 1950s, Barbarito Diaz. And Maureen was reminding me about, because she likes, apparently when she was young, she used to sing, she used to go to dance salsa and stuff like that. So we got into the conversation about color again, like you know, because this is a constant. Everywhere I go, people always want to know what color I am or what race I am. So, you know, I'm constantly being questioned about the color of my skin and my race. And what I really would like to finally get is a DNA profile, because I don't even know who my grandfather was. And this is why I've asked people for help trying to determine who my grandfather was. So, I know, get a DNA test and finally settle these questions one for all. You know, the DNA comes out saying I am, you know, 70% European and you know, 5% black and 2% Indian or Hispanic or Spanish or anything that people want to say. Then I'll know for sure, you know, who I really am, and in comparison to everybody else, because that's what it really boils down to. Not, you know, what's my absolute purity, but what is my relative purity in comparison to everybody else in the group that we now call ourselves, say, here in the United States, Americans. Because that's what it boils down to be an American people. So I have to say, well, the American people are, you know, 99% of Americans are 100% white, okay? And then there's 1% like me that is 70% European, 10% black, and 3% American Indian or whatever. That's it. The idea is that you're nothing. We're nothing if not in comparison to everybody else in the group, and the group that we call ourselves part of, which is now Americans. I am not an American. So that's the idea, is that what is my color or my race when I say that I am an American? There's Mariette Hartley. Okay, there's Mariette Hartley. Here she is. So, you know, when I say that I am an American, well, what does the world really understand by me saying that I am an American? Okay, does that mean that I am pink, purple, brown, orange, green, white, as people like to say, which is not really a very descriptive color? It's really it's a false color, really, to say that people are white, because everybody knows that we're not white. So how this got going, I have no idea why it has spread to this ridiculous level of, you know, of absurdity. It's really it has to do with with basically politics and one country and one group over another and who we think Adam and Eve was. Okay, and like I said, okay, so let me just the animals. Okay, let me sing a song. It's 15 minutes already, and here I am. I'm just gonna do a song for like 5 minutes, and then I talk for 15 minutes, right? So here's I'm gonna switch it now. You saw Mariette Hartley. Okay, now I'm gonna switch it. Okay, I'm gonna switch it now. You can see me on TV here. Okay, here's Monte Carlo, by the way. Here's Monte Carlo. Okay, that's Katie Cassidy, because she was in the Partridge Family. So this is all part of the collages, the Partridge family, and whether we get pears, apples, or bananas, scorched bananas is what we're gonna be getting. We're gonna be getting scorched bananas all over the planet because this is Romeo and Juliet, which has to do with Olivia Hussey playing Mary in Franco Zeffirelli's Jesus of Nazareth. Okay, so that's what I have, and I'll explain all the other ones. So I'm going to switch this now, and so I can watch the what I'm doing, right? So it has to go to one of these HDMI. Okay, and then I'll be able to see what I'm doing, so I can read. Here we are. See, now you can see the lyrics. It's not going to be very big, is it? The lyrics is kind of small, but and here it's even smaller. This is Compay Segundo as opposed to Barbarito Diez. Compay Segundo was a very popular singer also in Cuba in the 1960s, 1950s, I think, 1950s, 40s maybe. I don't know how far back he goes, but I know that when I was growing up, I would hear people say Barbarito Diez and Compay is known for LAGRIMAS NEGRAS. This is actually a longer version. So that's the one that I'm going to do. It's got 589,019 views by Daniel Caraco. Okay, from uploaded June 16, 2011. So that's what I'm going to try to sing. Okay, and like I said, see what happens with copyright infringement. Somebody might complain and say in some countries this might not be viewed. This might be restricted in some countries once again. And it's 17 minutes already, so it's going to be another long video. Okay, and let me see. It's now cooler. Every time it starts playing, it gets a little cooler. So I'm gonna have to do everything so I make sure that I finish this, and then I just shut it off, because if I keep the song playing very long, it will overheat and I will lose the whole video. And it's 17 minutes 46. So remember what I say about Vega. Vega is 25 light years from Earth, but about 800,000 years of travel there. And what I try to give a testimony as to what's about to happen on this planet, which is the apocalypse coming by what I estimate is the year 2033. That's my best estimate. So I'm saying this is all the documentation leading up to it and all the causes and everything that happened. So this is just one more video documenting the apocalypse. Hopefully this is being picked up by by alien civilizations that are monitoring us, that have the capability to monitor us, because they're more advanced than we are. So they will have the capability, they have the capacity to they have the capability, they're watching us, they're monitoring the Earth right now, because they know that we're about to have an apocalypse because of the situation that we're in the solar system. It all has to do with the solar system, and whether we live in a binary or trinary solar system, or what kind of even more complicated combination with the star Sirius. This all has to do with our place in the solar system, in the universe, in the Milky Way. So this is what it's all leading up to, how the Earth came to have its apocalypse, and this is my documentation for it. So now the computer is cool enough. The moment I start playing the video, it will overheat. It will start overheating. So today is the 10th day of Christmas. Okay, it's the 10th day of Christmas, and Janeiro, I always say Janeiro, the whole month of Janeiro, because of Christ the Redeemer and Brazil, and what all that means to me, and Jose and everything. So today is the 3rd of Janeiro 2016. Yeah, so we're now in 2016, so we got 17 more years to go to the year 2033, and today is the 10th day of Christmas, so it has to do with the Partridge Family. you know, on the 10th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. This is why I'm singing this. This is for you, Lucas, and so I know you like the orange, the color orange. This is one of the things that attracted me to you. I found it very charming. That you being a young man, somehow also have the same ideas about people having the wrong color assigned to them. That I believe that your friends gave you the orange shirt and you wouldn't take it off, right? Everybody was commenting that you would not take the orange shirt that they gave to you because you like the orange shirt so much. And I believe because you feel that is a color that is closer to your real skin color, as opposed to the crazy color that people say they are, which is white or black. There's no white people and there's no black people. It's just this is not those are not human color, human skin colors to have. Just like what the commercial that said that the colors that nature never invented, right? And people come up with all these different flavors for fruits and candies, and those are not colors that were invented by nature or God, right? So here I am. So when I start singing, it's 21 minutes now. 21, 05, 077, 8, 9 seconds, 10 seconds. And I'm going to start singing because it's going to overheat, and then I'm going to have to shut it off. I'm going to lose it. It's beginning to overheat, in fact. It's beginning to overheat. Let me see. Yeah, and I moved the camera because I moved the you're not going to be able to see my face again. Because I have to no, actually, you will be able to see my face. Now, that's what I'm showing you. It's not big enough. The letter is not big enough. I'm going to have to make it bigger. And so I'm going to turn the camera back on me, and you're going to see then me. Okay, I am Mordecai the Jew, Prince of Persia. I'm supposed to reprise everything from Adam and Eve to Abraham to where we're at now here in the United States. That's what I'm trying to do here, and give a testimony as to where we are in the timeline leading up to the last days of the the end times, the apocalypse around the year 2033. So let me see. Yeah, maybe you can still take it. I hope I won't lose this. I hope I won't lose it. Okay, so here's the radio is going to be playing. I'm going to have to make the letters a little bigger, and so I can see it, because I cannot see it, and I wanted my eye color to show, right? 22 minutes, 36, 37. So I'm going to have to make the letters bigger, like double big. Yeah, now I can see it because I made it 150%. Okay, but now it's almost covering to the point that I cannot even manipulate the song that I need to sing from. Okay, so I'm gonna have to move it back and forth here. What's in the middle, I think, right there. Now I have it. Now I can actually see it, and I can sing it. Okay, and then I can have now segundo. Let me see. Compay segundo playing. Okay, so here I go with compay segundo. Okay, 23 minutes. I'm going to start at 23 minutes, and here I go. You're going to hear it in the background. Okay, a little bit, enough so I can hear it enough so I can go by the same rhythm. This is where they pick up copyright infringement. Aunque tú me has echado en el abandono, aunque tú has muerto todas mis ilusiones, en vez de maldecirte con gusto en cono, en mis sueños de colmo, de bendiciones. Sufro la inmensa pena de tu extravío. Siento el dolor profundo de tu partida. Y lloro sin que sepas que el llanto mío tiene lágrimas negras como mi vida. I have red hair like Maureen O'Hara because I was going to do again the Quasimodo thing. Tú me quieres dejar, yo no quiero sufrir. Contigo me voy, mi santo Lucas, aunque me cueste morir. Ay, tú me quieres dejar, Lucas. Yo no quiero sufrir. Contigo me voy, mi santo, aunque me cueste morir. Sufrir. Contigo me voy, mi santo, aunque me cueste morir. Un jardinero de amor siembra una flor y se va, y otro viene y la cultiva. ¿De cuál de los dos será? Dejar, yo no quiero sufrir. Contigo me voy, mi santo, santo Lucas, morir. Amada, prenda querida, no puedo vivir sin verte, querido, porque mi fin es quererte y amarte toda la vida. Si tú me quieres dejar o no, yo no quiero sufrir. Contigo me voy, mi santo, aunque me cueste morir. Te lo digo, mi amor, te lo repito otra vez. Contigo me voy, mi santo, aunque me cueste morir. Ay, tú me quieres dejar, yo no quiero sufrir. Contigo me voy, mi santo, aunque me cueste morir. Then it goes on. This is longer than the other version. So that's why I picked this one. But Barbarito Diaz is, I think it's what everybody associates him with, Lágrimas Negras and Ausencia. Yeah. Here goes, here comes the last. Tú me quieres dejar, yo no quiero morir. Contigo me voy, mi santo, aunque me cueste morir. Yo te lo digo, mi amor, que contigo moriré. Contigo me voy, mi santo, te lo repito otra vez. Ay, tú me quieres dejar, yo no quiero sufrir. Contigo me voy, mi santo, aunque me cueste morir. And there it is. And I was able to have the video. Bye-bye. 27 minutes before I lose this. Remember Vega. Okay? And then before I lose this, remember Vega. 27